Yo, you came to drop some jewels. Throw some things into the universe and they appear. And you name this album Victory Lap. Before you get out of here, what's the next race look like for Nipsey Hussle?
I do have a goal, just an internal goal of how I want to execute the next projects. You know, one thing I learned is that I put so much pressure on myself by announcing Victory Lap so long ago. I should have just shut the fuck up and just record and make, announce it before it came out. But I do have a clear vision of where I want to go and what I want to do musically. So I'm gonna let the action speak this time. I got this one off my back. I'm gonna go slow before I get to announcing everything else. But everything, my next 3 or 4 moves, I have a rough idea of what they're gonna be. I don't necessarily know if I got titles for the project, but I know the time frame that I want them to come out in. We got everything locked in as far as just the means to execute. So it's just about getting in, doing the creative side.
Shows, clothes, shoes.
Oh yeah, all of that, definitely. We set up a tour for the Victory Lap album, and I want this to elevate my whole concert experience for the people that come out and see it. I'm gonna do something crazy. I'm gonna get a dope set designer, I'm gonna bring a band with me, and we're gonna just, deliver on a different level as far as the concerts. I got the clothing line, American Clothing. That's all the Crenshaw stuff y'all seen. We got the store, the American store.
I'm gonna send you my size this inch.
I really do that. I'll get you later. And we got the book that's getting ready to be shipped out. It's called the Marathon Book. If y'all didn't know, you know what I'm saying? Easy call, Marathon makes sense. Yeah, so that's a combination of like pictures from the last 10 years that haven't been released on social media. It's my personal photographer that really was with me the whole time. Us hammering walls together at the studio. We meet with my daughter, handwritten lyric sheets, and then we did basically kind of like interview style, essays on 16 different subjects like failure, like success, like doubt, different topics that I think.
That's incredible.
Yeah,
That's
so
incredible.
you can grab the book. It's available on iHustle.com. It's only $1,000 made, you know what I'm saying? So it's a collector's item. Go ahead, bro. So.
Yeah, I actually have a question for you, man.
Oh, you got a mic too.
I've been a fan of you for a while, and actually one thing that struck me about you, because we talk about 40, Jay's album a lot, 444.
Yeah.
And I remember in 2005, you had an interview, and you were talking about, because they asked you, you were a rapper, why you don't have chains around you, and you were like, I want to invest in assets, and chains are liabilities. And you were talking about investing at such a young age. So I was wondering, what inspired you at such a young age to kind of take the trajectory that you took? Because even you talking about investments at that age, investing in real estate, I was like, man, this guy right here in Compton, in LA, in such a rough neighborhood, but he's thinking so far ahead. So what was it? What was your inspiration?
I had a good example. My big brother was a real hustler. He owned property in Atlanta. He owned property in LA as a teenager, in his early 20s. And he just got ahead of the game early as a hustler. So I had a good example. That the person I looked up to and I got my game from was a real hustler. Not just for rhetoric's sake. He was, by looking at him, he ain't never wearing no clothes. He had a closet full of shit. He ain't never put them on. He wore a hoodie every day. And he drove around a Bonneville where he bought my mama an S500, early. And bought my granny a Jaguar, bought my dad a BMW, a Range Rover early, and had homes and property. So, I came up under somebody whose game was different. So I think I got to credit my big brother for a lot of investment or hustling credit that I get. I got laced by one of the best, and just, studying success. In addition to that, studying people that became wealthy and trying to reverse engineer what they did. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people got changed, but the people that was landlords, was really the ones that stayed in the game, you know what I'm saying? So, it was just me trying to speak into fruition at that time of what I wanted to see happen. And it's crazy about that interview talking about, we was at USC for the Hip Hop Summit, and a lot of that stuff that I talked about came true. And if you really watch the video, Kendrick Lamar walked by in the back. You know what I'm saying? And J-Rock walked by in the back, Top Dog walked by in the back while I'm doing that interview. So that's a classic interview. Yeah.
So, in your Breakfast Club interview, you talked about studying the greats like Master P, and how you looked at the blueprint that they set out for their business and their brand. So now, someone coming up in the industry, you know, what's the legacy that you want to leave behind, and what do you want them to really take from you and your music and your brand?
I hope I can inspire people, you know, that's the goal. And I read something one day that said, the highest human act is to inspire. And I took that, you know what I mean? I took that with me, because you got so many directions you could go as an artist or as, somebody on a platform, people watching you. But to inspire, that would be my goal. And then also to be resilient. The game gonna test you, you know what I'm saying? And it's gonna test your sanity. That's the part people don't talk about, you know what I mean? They're thinking they're crazy, thinking like, am I tripping? You know what I'm saying? And I think everybody that went through the process of becoming great or doing something unbelievable had their relationships tested, their sanity tested, you know what I mean? Was isolated and went through their own little personal thing. So be resilient, you know, that's what I would hope my story would inspire these other up and coming young people to do with me. Yeah.
Congratulations on opening a STEM center, or planning to open a STEM center in LA.
It's amazing. It opened the day before the album dropped. Thank you. Thank you. It's called Vector 90. People already go online and check it out. It's called Vector 90/Big2Phil. And thank you for
that. And I want to know more about what inspired you to do that, and how you feel about other artists doing other philanthropic, investments.
Yeah, I think number one, that was an idea that somebody brought to me. And when I saw the plan, I automatically agreed with it and believed in it and wanted to be a part of it. I think that I would never want to put pressure on people to do good. I would want it to be in your heart and for you to be passionate about it. If you're going to do it, if not, it's cool. Just, do your music and hustle. That's honorable in its own way. But if you are going to do it, make sure your heart is in it. But I believe in that. I believe that I was a young person that I thought I was going to be crisscross. I wanted to rap when I was 8. You know what I'm saying? I was frustrated when I turned 12 and wasn't a rapper. I'm like, this shit's taking too long. So I'm like, them type of things where you can catch young kids early that's passionate, that have charisma or have confidence enough to try things. You want to meet them halfway so that they don't say, man, what's the point? I'm trying, but what's the point? Nobody ain't rewarding me or meeting me halfway. So I was one of them kids. I got into the streets out of frustration. I had not seen no outlets, you know what I mean? And I would have probably saved a lot of time had there been somebody or some things that could meet me halfway. So that's something I'm passionate about. And the goal with this is to scale it, to take it from the Crenshaw district. We're working on one in Baltimore with Emory Jones and Carmelo. Yeah, okay, that's where you're from? Yeah, so Mello from over there, Emory Jones from over there. So we working with them right now through my business partner, Dave Gross, and trying to put something together in Baltimore. And then we wanted to scale. We wanted to be in every major inner city in America eventually, and then anchored by somebody of influence, you know what I mean? So this first one we opened on February 15th is the Crenshaw District, Vector 90. It's on 62nd and Gramercy in the old Wonder Bread factory. It's a 5,000 square foot compound that's completely renovated. I encourage y'all to go online and check it out. It's inspiring, if nothing else. And I gotta give the credit to Dave Gross, though, it's his concept.
Come through, make the Louisville corporate responsibility. So we are out of time, but I just want to say thank you so much for coming and sharing your project with us. Thank you all for hanging out a little later than anticipated. We really appreciate it. Let's give it up one more time for this music.
Running all my life, sacrifice, hustle, baby.